Unit 1 Chemistry, Chapter 9, Part 2, Naming Organic Molecules, or Nomenclature, as it's called. So we name them based on two things. Firstly, how many carbons are in the chain, and secondly, whether we've got single, double or triple bonds. Okay, so anytime it's got one carbon in the chain, the stem, which is the first part of the name, would be meth. If it's got single bonds, and with one carbon it's always got single bonds, then the ending would be ane, so that would make it methane. If, however, it had four in the chain, we'd give it the starting bute. If it was single bonds, we'd say it was butane. If it had double bonds, it would be butene. But we'd have to tell you where the double bond is, whether it goes from the first to the second carbon or from the second to the third carbon. Okay, so we could have either but1ene or but2ene. Okay, we always count from the end that's closest to the double bond. Okay, so we wouldn't call something but3ene because that we should be counting from the other end, and that would just be but2ene drawn as if it was reflected in a mirror. Okay, you need to learn these stems and you need to learn these endings, and you'll learn them naturally as we practice, but you might want to make yourself a little acronym to help you remember the starting letter. Okay, so here, two carbons in a row, so this has got the stem eth. It's got a double bond, which makes it ethene. Here we have three carbons in a row, so that gives it the stem prop. Only single bonds, so that makes it propane. Here we've got two versions of the butene. Okay, so four in a row, so they're both butene. Here we can see the double bond is in different positions, so that's why we need the number. So this one here is but1ene. This one here, where the double bond goes from carbon 2 to carbon 3, is but2ene. Okay. So we name it following the rules. Firstly, we figure out what the longest continuous chain of carbons is. Now watch out here, because sometimes they're drawn in a funny way with a bend in them. Secondly, we look at which end is closest to a double or triple bond, if there is one, and number from that end. Then we look to see if there are any branches. Now a branch is something which is not connected to the main chain, but it's got carbons on it. Okay? And we name them with the same stem, but with the ending YL to indicate that it's a branch. So if it's a branch with one carbon in length, it would be a methyl branch. If the branch has got two carbons in it, it would be an ethyl branch. Okay? We indicate what number carbon they're on, same as we indicate where the double bond is. Okay, and we always have to keep counting from the same end, so once we've decided which end we're counting for, we're stuck with it. Okay, and if we've got a couple of identical branches, then we would use di to say there's two of them. For three, you'd say tri. Okay, so for example, here you see there are 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons in a row. Now look, there's a couple of hydrogens missing there. That's just because these images have ended up on top of each other. There's nothing significant going on there. Okay, just pretend the hydrogens are there. So because we're 4 in a row, we know that this is but. It's got a double bond, so it's butene, and we're numbering from this end, so it's but1ene. This up here is a branch. It's not in our main chain. Okay, it's a branch which has got one carbon in length. Okay, we can't count that one and that one because we already counted this carbon as part of our 1, 2, 3, 4 in chain length. Can't double count things. So this is one carbon in length, so this is a methyl branch. So the name of this would be 2-methyl but1ene. Okay, this one here, we've got 6 in a row, and they've already numbered them for you because they're starting from the end which is closest to a branch. So that's why we're starting from the right hand side here. Okay, all single bonds, so that makes this hexane. Okay, we've got two methyl groups, one here and one there, and we've got an ethyl group here. Okay, now because ethyl becomes before methyl alphabetically, that's coming first in the name. So this is 3-ethyl 2,6-dimethyl hexane. Okay, and it was dimethyl because there are two of them.